I've always helped people remember who they are and feel into their power, feel into what their gifts and their skills are. I've really helped people let go of what no longer serves them and transform that into fuel for their mastery, for them to shift their life into the positive. The magic happens when you can hear your heart sing. Literally hear your heart sing. I just want you to know you were born for this, that you have everything you need to really do you this lifetime. So let's get started. Let's make magic together. Greetings, greetings, greetings to everyone. It is Miracle Monday time. And I'm hoping that by the end of this show, you're going to feel real fine as we hold the line to letting go of that which no longer serves so that we can actually just do it, raise our frequency, express our soul, live the vision we've dreamed of, be that person that we know we could be. All the above within this hour of Miracle Monday, Tower of Miracle Power with your guide, Joan of Angels. So, guys, I'm so happy to see you. I need Miracle Monday some Mondays as much as you need Miracle Monday. And the word need isn't quite the right word. It's more like benefit from, awaken with, be inspired by, activated, all of those great words. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'm so happy to see you. Patricia from Canada, welcome. Guys, put where you're from, say hello. Marcia, very good that you're here. We appreciate all of you who have been here before and are coming back in. And when you let us know where you're from, then it allows us to send an energy grid around the planet. And what's the point of an energy grid? An energy grid that goes around the planet can then trickle down energies of light, love, miracles, and balance all across the planet. So, and even as far as Arizona and Canada. So Florida's in the house, Crystal. Very good. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And I'm going to tell you why it's a very special Miracle Monday. Well, not just because we're still in 2022 and change is going to happen with or without us, but we are in the between time. And because we're in the between time, it gives room and it gives rise for us to learn how to navigate that between time and define it. So guys, I'm your host, Joan of Angels. I think I said that, but if you're new to the channel, please, please, please share me out with your friends, your family, your loved ones, so we can make more miracles together, so that the energy of the miraculous expands so high that the vibrational alignment is just spectacular. So there we are. Bobby Light Rollins, happy to see you. Welcome, Crystal. Facebook users, good. All right. So let's start. And before we start, let's go into the space between time. And let's just take a deep breath in together. So breathe in and let it out. Good, 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 good. And let's just do it again. I am so glad you're all here with me. Take a deep breath in again. And let it all out. And sending those roots down to the center of the earth. And sending those roots down, 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 down. And imagining right now we're collectively in that core of the earth. And so when we're sitting together, then we would send roots maybe directly ahead, and that way to New York City, and that way to London, and maybe that way to Singapore, and that way to the Philippines. I don't know which way, but you get the picture. So as we're sitting here in the center, knowing that we can actually collectively send energy out to all parts of the planet. Good. And that should feel really good, very kind of awesome to have that. Now I want you to send your antenna all the way up to the heavens, And people say to me, why do you do that? And I say, once you start doing it, you'll never want to not do it. You who is in the city of angels, because this is how we connect, my friends. When we send our antenna up, we open up our crown chakra. We allow that heavenly celestial flow to come through as above below. It comes down through you and goes all the way down into the center of the earth, raising your frequency. And all right, I think I saved it on my phone, and I meant to send this to Tina Marie. I saw the most exciting thing I did. I sent it to her on Telegram. It was a very, very interesting and an exciting perspective on today and on kind of the energy that we want to get to. So let me find it. You can always find me on Telegram, guys. Okay, good. And the card itself, it's not a card, it's the what do I want to call it? I saved it as a post, and I'm going to actually post it other places. But it is the energy of love. It talks about raising your frequency. Fall in love with the process of raising your vibrational frequency. Because, when you're in love, that bliss, that means you've turned on the power and the energy. And it has nothing to do with what's going on in the outer world around you. It has to do with the frequency, your frequency of bliss, which when we get into that higher force of a 10 energy, you will feel that empowerment. Keep it up there for a minute. I love that one. Okay, it's good. I love that Tina Marie showed it. I love that it gives us that essence of the process of raising your frequency is also the process of falling in love with yourself and with me and the world. Because when we do that, when we raise our frequency, we actually shift the energy hundreds of miles around us and raise the vibration of those people who are around us. Okay, so I want you to help me out today. I want you to do two things for me. First thing, and once I see it, I'll see the second. I'll tell you the second. What's the nicest thing that happened to you today? What's the best thing that happened to you today? Let me grab my water. Oop. So, what's the best thing that happened to you today? Or one thing that happened to you today that you feel good about, that raised your energy, that gave you a better picture of what's going on, or a sense of I'm loved, I'm wanted. What is one thing that happened today that really gave you a sense of good things are happening for you? We only need one thing. So don't even think about it. Just one thing that happened to you today that really is something that when you stop to think about it, makes you feel good. So I'll tell you what happened for me. I am at my son's house, whose headphones are on my head, probably supposed to fit his head. All right. So I'm at his house. I'm in the living room, and he actually lent me these headphones so I can do this right here. So being at my son's house is one thing. The headphones is two things. So I had two things that I'm actually outrageously happy about. Three things actually, because I'm actually on Miracle Monday tonight. All right, so that's three things. Let's see the three things I'm seeing. So Tina's brother started a new job, and Tina's students made a good breakfast for their first try. I don't know if that, I'm assuming that meant that they gave her some to try. Tina's been teaching cooking as one of the other things that she does. She's an amazing person. All right, well, congratulations. I hope it was good. All right, so we have Emily here with us. So Patricia says she did an incredible walk for hours with her surviving dog, and she was happy for most of the walk. So let's talk about your dog for a second, Patricia. How about if we took a walk with, what's your doggy's name? who is such an outstanding, love-filled, sensitive heart, deserving an abundance of love and compassion for me, because yes, she did survive, but that word survival is, I'm hearing that it reminds her of the trauma she just experienced in the loss of her soul companion. So we want to really reframe it a little bit, so to keep us all really feeling good about where we're going. So good. So now, Marcia says, I said tone to give myself a spiritual moment, and I found Joan of Angels. And I saw you on another show today. Joan of Angels, both of my dogs are in good health, and I am excited about reaching my antenna or raising my antenna to source. I love all that. That in itself, and I remember seeing you before, so exciting to connect. Let's look at another one. Here's Kathy Mason. She's grateful for the amazing energy she experienced in the group with grandmother Parisha. Kathy works with a lot of grandmothers with sacred energies, and also works with people to help you know your divine plan, how it's unfolding very specifically. And she works with the sacred grandmothers. So that was an amazing, outstanding event. And Patricia's telling us about Gracie, and Mr. Zen Star is feeling close to us. We both feel him often, magical. So Gracie, we just want to send our prayers and our love to Gracie. We feel that she is acting like an antenna for you. She is very much in direct communication with her brother, with Zen Star. And I feel like she's receiving messages so that she can help you. A lot of this is about helping you. So that's really beautiful. All right. Now, tonight we also have Liz, who's been kind of sick, but she's happy to hang out and cuddle with her kitties, which is good. And Liz, okay, Crystal's working, didn't get to see it, but thank you. That's the rainbow. Okay, spiritual upliftment I like by toning. And one thing that was really good, the sky, the brother, the incredible walk. Okay, so those are just a few of the things that have made all of you feel so deliciously, just kind of remembering that good things can happen, especially when we think about it. Guys, we are moving into a difficult time over the next 4 to 6 weeks. I've been trying to prepare you by helping you prepare for stepping in your mastery. This is the in-between time from a cocoon to more action than we might even dream possible. What I anticipate is that we will be forced to really stand in our own truth, stand in the knowingness that we will be fine, all is unfolding for the highest good, and that we ourselves will be guided and led to be exactly where we need to be at the exact right moments. And so this in-between time is like the planet is also collectively taking a breath from 2020, 2021, and even 2022, taking a deep breath before it actually, they're using the word descends into a new place and a new timeline, shifting off into a new timeline. So it's a very exciting time. I have with me now 2 of my son's decks, because mine are in my car, which is down the street. So I have 2 of my son's decks, and I gave him these decks over the years. First deck I gave him was this one, Magical Oracle. It is Unicorns by Doreen Virtue. It's a beautiful deck. So we're going to pull a card for the entire collective, for all of us, all of you who are watching, all of you who are going to come on. But let's see what kind of energies the unicorn wants us to work with. And happy thoughts. So to feel happier right now, Think about a memory or something else that makes you smile. Happy thoughts. Well, isn't that funny? Not so funny. Isn't it amazing how confirmations happen just like that? So here we are online. I'm telling you, tell me what amazing thing happened, what miraculous things happen. And I pull a card after the fact on happy thoughts, putting out your happy thoughts today. So, and especially on that sunset, guys. So that's first thing. Why? Because remember the photograph that Tina showed you, that fall in love with the process of raising your frequency? That turns your energy field up to a 10. When you're beaming that 10, when you're beaming as a ray of light, that transmutes any darkness in the dark. Okay, anything that's over out here will get transmuted by what you bring in from here and how you raise that light frequency in the in-between time. So in the in-between time, it might be dark, might not be any light, might be dark. So in the in-between time, you still it would still be best to raise that vibrational frequency. Okay, see how this picture goes there, and feel that energy from the sun. But what they are doing, and see how the chakras are lined up. If you could see the energy going down into I don't think that's the Earth, I think it's an asteroid, and that antenna going up to the heavens, raising your frequency so that at the same time you could be grounded and also connected, and opening up your channel so you can hear. Now, hearing is exactly what you need to do, my friends, is what I'm going to suggest. So just today, I'm sitting on the couch outside getting sun, and my son's roommate, who's like a brother from another mother, and I'm that other mother, he was out, his dog was here, and I heard the dog, and I'm not an animal communicator, but I felt that the dog was trying to tell me that his collar was sort of too tight. So I thought it was ridiculous at first because I don't communicate. Well, I have this thing in my head, limiting belief, that I don't communicate with animals. So I paid attention to it, and I said, I'm just going to go and see if it's too tight, to see if I was accurate. Why? So I can get a confirmation. Maybe it was really loose, or maybe I was right. It was too tight. So I go over, and he has a flea collar underneath, which I realize is why it feels kind of tight. And I got that confirmation that yeah, he didn't like it. Okay, so he was trying to ask me to do something about it. The other thing about him that I found so fascinating is I'm sitting outside and he's staring at me, and I'm getting the sense that it's not arrogance. I get the sense that the dog will cooperate, but he's got his own mind, and he prides himself on his own mind. And I kind of like, not like he's a rebel dog, because he follows instructions, but his mind and his consciousness wants to do it his way or in his own time. And then after I had that, an hour or two later, Lester came out, and kind of in talking about the dog, I got that was really true. So I was very excited to practice my animal communication skills. All right, but nevertheless, that particular card was your joyful thoughts. And now the second card that came out for all of us is to finish what we started. So whatever projects you have in the middle right now, it's really important to complete them. And unfinished projects leave us susceptible to difficult energies, okay? It leaves our aura, our auric field open for something to pry its way in. So, and I've had that happen. I had a canvas that was hidden, half done, and yeah, it allowed some dark energies to come in. All right, so knowing that, we're going to fall in love with the process. This is the Messages from Your Spirit Guide animal deck, Stephen Farmer. It is a great deck. So let's see what other messages are coming through. Okay, so as we talk about how to thrive in this in-between time, they talk about the camel. Trust that you have all the resources you need to get through the times that are coming. All right. So trust that you have the resources. So remember, I talk a lot about this in some of the shows, that I do believe, just like Dolores Cannon, that we all came down here, many of us did, as volunteers and in service to others. In order to get down here, guys, we had to go through tests, initiations, tests, challenges to see if we could actually survive, thrive, and get through the challenges and the difficulties here. Many people applied to come down here. It's not that it's a plush job, but it's a good, it's soul serving. So many people applied, but not everyone was accepted. Why not? Because they didn't have all the right formula to and what was needed for Mother Gaia. So those of you who are here were carefully vetted by angelic beings to make sure that this was going to be a win-win, that you could actually manage your mission and get it done, that you had all the tools you need to do it, and they knew that you could absolutely do it. So I'm going to tell you that what if you knew this was true and knew that what you came down here is absolutely what you are here to do. And so that's part of that message, that you have all the resources. What does that mean? That also means you came down with skills, tools, like a carpenter. A carpenter gets sent out from heaven, say, and they have their heavenly little celestial kit, and they may have heavenly hammers, screws to put things together or to help people bridge gaps. I haven't ever seen a heavenly carpenter come down yet, but now that I mention it, it may just happen. So as Christian says, I made it this far. I'm in for the long haul. What does that mean? I made it this far. Guys, we did. And we got through the great pandemic, the great global initiation, the great tearing down of structures, and we have thrived through it. So yes, yes, yes. And we can call it what we will. It's kind of, some people are referring to it as the Great Awakening. I like to call it a lot of different names. I've been calling it your grand initiation, which it still is, but it's also the most opportune time for a grand awakening, a global reset, or solar. The word is not really reset, it's a solar flare that is supposed to actually instantaneously transform the vibrations, the frequency of each and every one of us, and you, me, the dog, everyone, to the frequency of high vibration, for the frequency of ascension, for the frequency of being in the fifth dimension of consciousness. People will be instantaneously youngered and made well again, healthy, their bodies. And so that is also coming in the future. But in the interim process, use your discernment. All those television shows, people wake up, they find themselves in the middle of a war or something. And then if it's a TV show, they run, they escape, they evade. So I'm going to tell you that your senses are very smart. And if you learn to trust your intuition, you will literally be able to thrive and know exactly where to be. So what's the second card I pulled for everyone tonight? The unicorn card. So isn't that funny? I have a unicorn deck. Okay, see, this is a unicorn deck. And I pulled from the animal deck a unicorn card. Something is up. Okay. Indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. Well, that's kind of interesting. Explore your creativity, guys. Allow that juice, that spark to ignite. Very, very interesting. I did a reading the other day and a piece of art came through. for the person that reflected her higher self, and it literally reflected the sole purpose for what she's down here for. And I think maybe I showed a few last week, but I will share them. Do I want to share them with you now? I may. Hold on. I don't know if I can on this platform, but if I can, I think I will, because I think you'll see what I mean when I say that. Let's see if I can share the screen here. Share screen. Window. Photos. Yeah. Hallelujah. Okay. That's another miracle. Okay. I have to move it slightly though so I can see what you're seeing. Okay. So here we start. Oh, you can actually see them. Okay. So this was the first image that came through. And as I go through this, I started to work with it. This is digital art. So this is not painted, but nevertheless, in working with her and her higher soul consciousness, and this is a person who would have been one of those people that come down and screen other people that have the master skills, one of the master teachers. And in this one, you can actually feel that she herself is one of the divine masters. And even though she might be down here on the earth plane, she is her higher self is definitely in charge here. This is another one on that level. And in the end, I chose this one. Okay, this one I felt, or my guides told me, was representative of the work that she's come down here to do. And the souls that she worked with on the heavenly realms are being called and activated. They're going to actually be activated by this painting to come back to or re-engage, re-enroll in angel school, celestial school with her when they see this, because it's encoded with very, very special light codes in here. And so the purpose of her work was, number one, she was up here as part of people coming down here. And then once the whole team got down here, now she's calling them, reassembling them for the work that they're here to do. So that actually is the creativity of the new art. Now, that also means that for each and every one of you, what is that creative expression that wants to come forward? And again, this is going to help you get through these times. Discernment was the lesson today in the meditation with an incredible teacher. Synchronicities today have been incredible. Okay, that's great when we have lots of incredibles. Yes, focus today and when we get off here on what is working right in your life. All right, now we have another card I'm pulling. The Peacock. And this is quite a card when the Peacock comes out. It says, listen, guys, you're gorgeous. You're meant to be gorgeous. Stop hiding. That's what it means. It means let yourself stand out and be noticed in all your radiance instead of, coming together like this. Whew. All right. So have I had any comments since I started? No. All right. So remember I said that there were two things I wanted you to do. I wanted you to first tell me some miracle things about today for yourself, your lessons or what you learned. And then the second thing is I would like to, so what I'm thinking of, no, not what I'm thinking, what the guides have told me is that we are going to work on healing tonight. And part of the reason is that we need healing and it would be very good. So I had a massage yesterday, great masseuse, highly recommend him, but unfortunately he pulled a muscle in my shoulder blade and my rib is out. Okay, so that's a chiropractic thing. If one of you was a chiropractor and you were here, you could fix it, but you're not here. So we're going to do healing, and we're going to do healing for all of us. And let's see if we can fix anything that needs fixing, especially since I'm motivated. So, Marcia, if you'd like to put in what you'd like healed, that's outrageous. All right. So and I thank you, Marcia. I do. I thank all of you who join us on Miracle Mondays. In particular, I'm back on Miracle Monday because my heart said you guys were here. And I appreciate that. Okay. Ha-ha. So I lost my train of thought. I was so into the idea that someone has fallen in love with me. Okay. And Nini, we absolutely will pray for you. We will back and pray for all of us. And okay, thank you. So we're going to work with your blood cancer. All right, I'm going to look for you guys. If anyone wants healing, it will help if you put in what it is you want to be healed. And then we're going to do this together. Marlene, it is always nice to see you, mon chéri. Absolutely. Oh my goodness, the energy tonight is off the chart. All right, Tina must be back there doing her magic and her mojo. Okay, so, all right, and one of the benchmarks I happen to have is my shoulder blade. Okay, so we'll see. We're going to see what literally happens. So, dearest ones, Mother, Father, God, we ask right now to let go of anything that no longer serves. Guys, keep working with your hands. Tina's been in the back doing the energy. I'm just doing releasing, letting go of anything that no longer serves. Letting go of any darkness in our heart, our soul, and our mind. And this could be just a tiny little speck. It could be a thought, that was like that you're not so proud of, that you might not want to put down here. It could have been an upset. It could have been just another complaint, moodiness, irritation, irritability, letting all of that go, guys, because all of that is like a mask to keep us in that whole pain thing and in that state of mind. So let's just excise out any little black spots that you might see in your own energy field. And so right now, we're just going to start to, okay. So what I'm actually feeling is that there's a lot of mental worry, a lot of just, right, all up here, all up here, all up here, all up in your shoulders, all up in your neck, letting that go, just letting and releasing, letting that go. Good. All right, keeping, letting, releasing. Good, good, good. Now, the reason we want to start up here is that we want to be able to freely bring the energy down from the heavens, down through your body, through your spine, going into your back, your shoulders. Okay. So when I did it, I felt a twinge in my back. So right now, of course, I'm just going to start to heal and release. And what that's going to do is not just release my own pain, but it's actually going to start to release all the energies that are connected through the back, that each and every one of us. Whoa. So take a deep breath in, and you might feel it as a burning, and blow it all out. So in, and then out. Okay, and if you start to feel a shift, and when you feel a shift, I want you to put it in here. Okay, so now we're no wonder I was feeling that heaviness around the head, and we want to talk about working with the brain, working with this energy, working with all of this energy right through here, guys. So your neck is designed to hold up your head. Your head is designed to house all the circuits in your brain, which connects to source up here, but all those circuits in your brain harmonize, bring balance, regulate, the hormones in your body, regulate the circulation. So one way we would work with any cancer in the blood right now, they're showing me almost, what I'm actually hearing is magnets can help with the blood. So I'm happy to look at that deeper, but that's what I'm being told. Magnets can actually help detoxify and remove heavy components of the blood. So look that up and let me know if there's any connection to that kind of healing. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's work with any stomach issues. Okay, let's go down. So let me see if we need to do anything up here. Still letting go here, and especially here. Okay. All right, going down the spine, going down, down, down. Wish I had 4 hands, 6 hands. Yes, magnets, Patricia. Magnets, magnets, magnets. Yes, yes. So we would say for both of you to have hematite. Hematite's probably not the only crystal, but when you go to bed, or if you can, I actually see you kind of taping it, a crystal stone, onto the top of your head, or putting it at the top of your head when you go to bed. Also on your heart, hematite for a while, so it can cleanse what's pulsing through your heart. So that would be very, very interesting. Thank you so much. That's why we collectively do healing. All right. Yes. Now, there are people who do healing with magnets. So is that what they mean? Would they want you to do healing with magnets? Yes. If you could find a practitioner who heals with magnets, yes. Okay. So another thing that I saw, and I'm not actually going to use the words recommend, something that I saw would be a tuning fork. You know, you go like this with the tuning fork and you put it here, and the vibration of that sound can also help heal the body. So thinking of all those ways. Okay, so now let me take a deep breath for a minute, moving my body. Okay. All right. So, oh yeah, Patricia sleeps on magnets. So I guess we're on the right thing about that. So with colitis, love. All right. The first thing, all right, my guides don't even want me to use my chiropractic brain at this moment. Okay. So they said the first thing to do is to start a list of what causes you pain and what doesn't. So really look at the foods that you eat to see which ones are actually irritating your stomach and your intestines and which ones aren't. Second thing they're telling me is you should be avoiding spicy food, irritating food, sugars, and possibly dairy. Okay, all those foods could be causing your colitis. So we don't know what's causing your colitis, but we could say that it would be a good idea to start shifting your diet to those foods that really work well with you. And then something that also helps with digestion is there are some great digestive enzymes. And the other thing that sometimes helps stimulate your digestion is what they call bitters. Bitters are a form of peppermint. And when you smell it, or peppermint essential oils, when you smell it put a tiny bit on your tongue or even on your stomach, it will also help with your colitis. But food related, what you eat is what you're getting. All right. Whew. Just tuned in. Happy Monday, Deb. Happy Monday. You're going to want to listen to this in the beginning. Okay, now we're going to go back to healing, guys. So let's rub our hands together and let's scan the bodies. Are you seeing any dark spots in your own body? Okay. And if you are, let's just remove that. So right now, we're going to pull it out with my left hand. We're literally going to pull it out. So let me know if you can feel that energy within you getting released. So with what has been diagnosed as blood cancer, what we ask you to do is put an energetic in your consciousness, like a screen, a filter, or like when you strain pasta, the water comes out, the pasta stays here. They say that imagine that you're placing this in your blood vessels so that it literally strains the blood, anything that doesn't belong, and it will remove it. Okay, like a real strain. So we want you to start to see that. Okay, where should they filter it from? So I'm hearing you should filter it from your heart. So the blood that leaves your heart, we want to put it through a strain, a filter. And then when it comes back to the heart, we also want to strain it again. And then we'll ask that any of that stuff be dissolved. Okay? All right. Does this make sense? Whew, I guess so, because you're still here. Oh, all right. So let's tune in. I'm going to tune into my back on a scale of 1 to 10. Well, can I say that it's improved? It's improved a little bit. It's improved on a 1, 2, 3. It's about 2. It's improved a 2. But the pain's like an 8 out of 10. So let's see. It's moved down to about a 6 or 7. All right. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay. Rub your third eye for me, everyone. Rub it counterclockwise. Good. Counterclockwise. Rub your hands together. Put them over your eyes. And tapping on your forehead. Is this your forehead? On your temples, rather. They told me someone has a headache. But that we still needed to clear it for everyone. All right. Good. All right, sending me healing energy. Good, but we're also doing it for everyone here. We're sending out lots of healing vibrations to all of you. Isn't this fun? Isn't this fun? We get to heal ourselves and heal everyone else. Yes, yes, yes. Thanks, Doc. Okay, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Pulled out my tuning forks and your hematite. Yes. Patricia, good. I'm seeing that that's what you're doing over there, guys. We can actually hear energetically or receive the vibrations of the tuning fork. And I'm going to see if I can get a hematite for next time. All right. Ooh. Okay, so when you're filtering, and that filter doesn't have to just be in your blood veins, they told me, okay? They told me that in your blood arteries or veins. They told me that we can put that filter in our lymph. Also, we have a lymph circulation, which gets really toxic. and we can have that filter collect even insects or worms in there that get there, and set it high enough to filter out any viruses, bacteria, fungus. Why not? All right, so let's filter out every impurity that doesn't belong in our body. Let's see if we can create an environment for health, wealth, and happiness in there. Okay, let's say lungs, I love you. Who's told their lungs, I love you recently? Do you know your lungs are responsible for in and out, in and out? And that air circulates through your entire body. We need that air, that carbon dioxide here. Whew. I would love a healing of my lungs and heart. Yes, there's time for that. So let's do healing of lungs and a heart. What a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant idea. Okay, so while we're doing this, I have an ice pack right here, and it's moving. I think it thinks it's got other spots to heal. Okay, yes, moving right along here. Okay, good. Oop, and then I look down and the card says, finish what you started. All right, so I don't have a picture right now to show you of your lungs, but I can give you an image. So it's almost as if you have a tube here, and we have two things on either side, like cylinders or oval, like an oval thing here, oval shape here, and then you have your air tubes in here. Now, when you deep breathe, so let's imagine that those are balloons, okay? The lungs are balloons. So now on our shoulder, we're carrying a balloon here and a balloon here. And these are pretty big balloons, okay? So I want you to take a deep breath. So you fill that balloon. And keep going. Try to really fill that balloon. And then blow it all out. It's true, they do look like trees, but to simplify it, we're actually just breathing in as if it's a balloon, and then out. And imagine now filling that lung up with air all the way up, 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 up. And then as you breathe out anything that's foul, any toxic air, any dark air. All right. And then the next time I want you to breathe it in again. And this time I want you to literally imagine that the air is circulating through all those bronchioli and all those little root-looking things, that as it circulates in here, I want you to imagine that you're just cleaning off any dirt, any grime. We're just sort of making sure that there's freedom in all those parts of your lungs so that you can breathe. Breathing is good. So getting off any mold, any black spots, any worms, any dark tissue, anything, just wipe it off, getting rid of it. And then we continue to breathe. Really feeling our lungs, okay? And feeling it even more. And then letting it all out. Good. All right, now, that's how you should be breathing. Good. Now let's go to our heart. Let's imagine right now, let's take our hearts and put them out in front of us because it's so much easier to work. So imagine that your heart is right here in front of you. And I want you to look at that heart. And I want you to imagine and see, what color is that heart? Is that heart purple, black, blue, green? Is that heart got black spots on it, like some people's hearts do after they've been emotionally hurt? So what's happening in your heart, my friends? So let's look at that heart, okay? And let's start to remove. Imagine your heart's like a piece of kind of like clay, okay? And we want to smooth out that clay. We literally want it to be smooth, the whole heart. So we're going to smooth out the sides. Okay, we're going to smooth out all the rough spots. And then you know that little point at the bottom of it. So we're going to actually smooth it out, They say, what do you do on Miracle Monday? You say, Joan has us smooth out our heart. Smooth out our heart. Remove all those toxins and fears. And in your heart, we particularly want to heal over those spots that were injured, those damaged heart tissues of yours, where all the emotions and the fear and the sorrow get trapped. So just letting it go, right? Letting it go, letting it go. Perfect. Until your heart is pink, or whatever color you're being shown is a good color for you. And thank you. Powerful release work is happening for all of us, all of us, all of us. And it's happening tonight because it's important that body, mind, and spirit, guides say one step at a time. We move forward one step at a time. Lots of little steps make big dreams come true. So as we keep clearing and smoothing over our heart, when's the last time you told your heart you loved it? Hello? Who here? Raise your hand. If you've been telling your heart, I love you. Oh my God, Joan, I love you. Margaret, I love you. Christian, you are the best. Lori, I'm so glad I'm your heart. In fact, that's what we want to hear. We want to talk to these parts of our body. Kathy, we want to say, I love you, heart. I love that I have a heart that loves. Make up rhymes. My heart, I'm going to give it a brand new start. It's really not a lark. Heart, lark, start. You get the picture. You make up your own rhymes inch by inch. It's a cinch. Yard by yard, it's hard. I couldn't have come up with that, Margaret. Yes, one step at a time, cinch by cinch, inch it up. That's how we get motivated, and that's how we move forward. So, guys, I'm feeling that release. Yes, feeling it a lot. I couldn't actually do this when we started, guys. Okay, so my shoulders. Wish Margaret was here. Okay, so there, releasing it. Okay, good. So is there anything else? Do we feel complete? Oh, no. Okay, so now they're telling me to also, with your help, pull out any clots that might be around your heart. So when we say we want to clear away, we literally want to clear away anything that might be surrounding both your heart and your lungs. So any tissue, anything that's, I guess, problematic in your chest cavity. So let's just see that you have these beautiful hands. Okay, they're angelic hands, and you may have angelic gloves, maybe rainbow gloves, celestial fluid. And I want you to see that these gloves are going in and they're actually removing anything that's in there that doesn't belong. So that we can actually smooth out those structures. Any globs, just like globs. We want to get rid of all globs. Globs be gone. Globs be gone, right? Okay, good. Whew. All right, let's see. On a scale of 1 to 10, show me. Well, I will say this. We're a lot better than when we started, and we have a lot to do. Healing comes in spurts, but I want all of you to continue this healing. So how are we going to continue the healing? I want you to take a hot bath if you have a hot bathtub. Well, it's not hot now, but if you have a bathtub, go in the hot bath as hot as you can stand with essential oils and some kind of Epsom salts, or light up an essential oil diffuser with some of your favorite healing salts. And also, the dog jumped. I thought there was an earthquake. My whole brain went ding dong. All right, listen to music that'll make you feel balanced. All right, so keeping my grace. Let's start to use our heart smarts. That is right. So Gracie's in the healing tonight. She has an inherited heart valve issue and an infected tooth compromising her immune system. We're giving her a brand new start tonight. Yes, Gracie's in the house. I want you guys to know that, herbal teas, right? Herbal teas have a tremendous amount of herbs in them. Certain ones of those have healing frequencies. Like, for instance, chamomile tea, you could actually use that tea water and give it to your dog when it's cold, or put it in their water. And herbs like that will help reduce inflammation. Turmeric is really good for inflammation as well. But you can put those teas in the water as well. And I was astounded when I found that out. All right, I'm going to warm my heart pack. Oh, well, I like this warm your heat pack, warm your heart pack, my friends. My heart pack is up in Mount Shasta, and I am here in Petaluma. I can never see, now I'm finding out in a list of what I can never not travel with. All right, we need to repair the heart. So use those tools energetically to start seeing your heart pumping better. All right. And to start the tool of breathing, listen to this again so that you start moving that oxygen within you. A great poem, My Heart, powerful release work. Absolutely. Guys, you are angels in my eyes. You are divine. You are all just so dear to each and every one of us, and dear to your guides, your angels, and all those on the other side. We would like you to remember that you always have that connection to the divine. You are not alone. Your guides walk with you. If you have any fear about that, or you want to know more about why you actually came down here, what your skills are, what your talents are, and what you're being called on to do, reach out to me. And that's part of the soul awakening sessions that get you all excited about who you really are. So I am Joan of Angels. I'm so grateful you're here with us. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and share it out, so that's the way YouTube does these algorithms. If people like you and tell you that and comment, then you would get more exposure. So thank you for commenting. And by the way, if you're seeing this on YouTube, I love that you have your chat, but go down into the comments and comment over there as well. Karen, thank you. Lori, thank you. Robbie, Bobby, thank you. Bobby Light, Lori Jean, Tina Marie in the back room, Marsha, Diane, thank you so much for being an angel in my eyes, guys, and for supporting this channel for all that we do in love and light. We're going to sign out a little early tonight. I'm sending you much light and love. Sandra, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, just remember that the ability to make miracles is within you. The ability to have the life you dream is within you. To be one of the chosen ones, you must choose back. But once you choose and say yes, we are all here waiting for you. I love you dearly. We will see you all next time. Expect miracles.